now and like being me in this world, even though I can feel the projections of other people over the years. They may think reading tarot is weird or this, that, and the third. Being someone who no longer seeks external validation or approval, and is willing to be different in the world, even if I'm judged for it, that took a lot of shadow work. That took a lot of inner child work. Because I've done the inner child work, I give myself a validation, acceptance, love, and care. Therefore, anything outside of me is just a bonus. I don't have a hole in me that's looking for someone to fill. And a lot of people, they act like this, you know what I mean? So some things that I see in the world where, people need to do shadow work is they're constantly putting on Now, there's nothing wrong. I'm an artist, so there's nothing wrong with putting on a performance and a presentation and this, that, and the third. But a lot of people's, their self-worth comes from what they can accumulate, what kind of watches they wear, what kind of cars they drive, what kind of hoes they F is how they say it. You know what I mean? But behind closed door, they be depressed, they be wanting to jump off the cliff. Not to be insensitive about it, but it's just like you're not really fulfilled from within because you don't really like yourself. You don't really love yourself. Everything you do is to get external validation from the world, but you have not yet learned how to give that validation to yourself. But the thing about it is you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going to get older and older and older and older. And one day, all you're going to have is yourself. Do you like yourself enough to just be with yourself? And then you're wondering why you keep choosing the wrong relationships. It's because you're not authentic. So you're attracting people who are not authentic in a relationship that's built off of ego. And now we got people taking each other off the earth and stuff like that. Domestic violence, financial abuse, mental abuse. It's just a bit much. You know what I mean? So when it comes to shadow work, it's not just like, oh, you should do your shadow work. Honey, we deserve to have a life where we truly love ourselves, where we're no longer governed by unconscious patterns that came from childhood, or we're no longer governed. We're no longer not being our true self in the world because we're so afraid what other people are going to think of us, even though they don't pay your bills. They don't pay your bills, boo. You know what I mean? Y'all not understanding that you are a spirit living a human experience. You know what I mean? And we bring in the spiritual side. You're a spirit living a human experience, right? And so you come onto this earth plane and you have so much